This is Master Your Mindset with Coach Mark.
Hey guys, what is going on, my people, and welcome back to another Thursday microcast episode. This is going to be a short one, but it's going to be a powerful one because I know I have a lot of people who reach out to me and they ask me, like, how can I become the type of leader, whether it's an influential leader who's like actually excelling in multiple different areas? How can I become that type of person that other people want to follow? And it's not because like we're coming from this place of we want to get people to take certain actions that we want them to take. It's coming from a place of like, no, I really want to serve people. I really want to help people. I really want them to get out of their own way. But I want to be that kind of leader that doesn't feel like I'm pushing them. It just feels like I really do believe in them. And because of that, I can get them to take the actions that are in congruence with what they actually want to create. And they want to follow me and take those actions, and they do. That's why I wanted to put together today's short microcast. All right. Now, what most people do is when we are focused on like producing a result, whether we want to produce a result in our team, we want to produce a result in our life, we naturally gravitate towards what we specifically want, the things that we want to achieve, the things that we want to do when it comes to like our leadership position or what we want to achieve monetarily, what we want to look like in front of the command, whatever that is. And really what we're doing is we focus too much attention on what we want instead of focusing on what other people want. Like if you continue to do this, it gets people to feel like they're being rubbed the wrong way, right? It gets them to feel like, oh, he's only doing this or she's only doing this because it benefits them. But there's actually a different way to approach leadership. And it's something that I teach inside the Ideal Leader Blueprint. I'm going to go over some of the ideas really quick with you guys here today. But one of them, the first letter of the Ideal Leader Blueprint, I, is something I want to dive into a little bit deeper today because I really feel like it's the most important piece. It's the reason why in my acronym, IDEAL, IDEAL, the I is the first thing that I teach, all right? Now, real quick, just to give you an idea of what I mean by the Ideal Leader Blueprint, is we have structure inside of our leadership course to become an influential leader so you can develop the skills and confidence that you need to like really effectively lead others and to make the most impact and to create the most success, not only for yourself, but for your team. And how we do that is we really start to develop some skills, but really we will focus a lot of attention on the confidence. And how we get started is we follow this IDEAL, IDEAL breakdown, all right? So I is identify what makes other people tick. So identify what makes other people tick. That's the one we're going to be spending some time in for you guys here today. Because here's the thing. When it comes to other people's core values, what is near and dear to them, what they will be taking action in alignment with, if you don't know what makes people tick as the leader, it's very hard for you to find the connection between them taking actions that are in alignment with not only what they want to create, but also their values, and those actions that are in alignment with what the team wants to create and the team's values. And if you have that information, you can connect those dots for people. Because normally when people are like focusing on their head voice, they get into like the lack, the scarcity, the fear mechanisms that are kind of like out there that prevent them from taking action. And it's very hard if you're in that lack, in that scarcity, in your head voice, for you to reframe it and find a way of actually being able to be in alignment with your values and your goals and be able to hit the team's goals at the same time. Because I promise you, like, if you do this where you're able to help identify what actually makes the other person tick, which sometimes they know, sometimes they don't, but you're going to be able to be more effective at leading them because you're never going to lead them down a path that is not in alignment with their core values or their goals. I can't tell you how great it feels when you're following a leader who you know wants the best for you. You know is making those decisions, is taking that action, is giving that advice, not because they want to be able to become better, but because they want you to be able to grow and become better. And that is how you actually create it so that when people come find you, they actually want to take those actions because they know it's in alignment with what their true values are. If you're trying to get people to take action that are not in alignment with their values, let me tell you, there's a way of doing it. If you ask yourself powerful questions, if you have the rest of the framework that we talked about here today, you can ask them powerful questions to find out how might you be able to do both. Be in alignment with their values and in alignment of the values of the organization that you have or the team that you're leading, all right? Now, the rest of the Ideal Leader Blueprint is defining goals, eliminating the unimportant, because so many times people have important stuff on their plate or unimportant stuff on their plate. And as a leader, if you can identify what those unimportant stuff is and actually take things off people's plates, guys, they want to follow you. If you're the kind of person that doesn't just give them 47 new things to do, you're actually removing things from their plates. A is attacking self-sabotage. When you understand the philosophies that I teach in the Ideal Leader Blueprint about true coaching, really being able to help understand what holds people back and getting to the fundamental belief down there that is actually preventing them from taking those actions, your team will be exponential, and they will be able to create amazing results for themselves, but also create amazing results for the team. And then L is learning new leadership tactics. So that is something that once you learn the philosophies, you can actually go out and you can teach. Because I know for me personally, anytime that I want to learn something, I actually go out, I do learn it, and then I go out and I teach it as my next step, even before I feel totally comfortable with it, because the process of teaching it actually makes me learn it better. All right. To wind this up, how in the world do you get to become the type of influential leader that other people want to follow? Well, you focus on identifying what's really important and near and dear to them when it comes to their values, what they believe, and fundamentally, not even believe, it's like so deep and ingrained in them. It's just a natural part of life. Being able to identify where they are when it comes to that and realizing that you can lead them effectively to live within their values and live within the values and take the actions that benefits them and the team. It's a total game changer when you can see that you can do that as a leader, and other people will wait in line to follow. I want you to really think about this. Like, who are those leaders that when they tell you to take action, they give you some kind of training where you're like, okay, like this person, they're doing this because they want the best for me. And I want you to think about the influence that they have and how willing you are to take those actions, but also follow them. And when they give you some advice or direction, you're like, I'm doing that not because I believe that it's something that I should do. I'm doing it because they believe it. And in reality, I know that they truly want what's best for me. When I think about the great leaders that I follow, I feel the same exact way. And there is a way for you to duplicate that too, by always making it about the other person, their values, and their goals. Okay. All right, guys, I appreciate you so freaking much. Definitely continue sending me some reply emails. I know if you're not on my email list, I send out some details in a little bit more of a notes format of some of the different podcasts that I have here. And I get a lot of messages back from people who have aha moments on the podcast. And if that is you, definitely hit me up, hit me a reply to my email. That's pretty much right now the only way that you can know for sure that you're communicating with me. Otherwise, my team, Nice and Kurt, is out there rocking it. So I appreciate you guys so much for continuing to listen. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday. All right. Bye, everybody.